say hello to the new SwimOutlet.com. Enhanced navigation, larger, higher resolution imagery, more filtering and search capability so you can find what you need faster. As always, low price guarantee and free shipping on $49. The redesigned SwimOutlet.com. Dive in, say hi.
This is the Morning Swim Show for Wednesday, May 14th, 2014. I'm your host, Jeff Cummings. And what did you do last weekend? Our guest today in the Finis Monitor flew to Spain and swam more than 6 miles across the Strait of Gibraltar to become the youngest American female to complete the swim. It was about more than just completing one of the most popular open water swims in the world. And to talk about it, Katie Kramer joins us via Skype from Spain. Katie, it's good to see you. How are you today?
Great, how are you?
Well, it looks
a little
like
windy over here.
Yeah, but it still looks like it's a beautiful day over there.
Cool.
Congratulations on completing the swim. Have you fully recovered?
Thanks. I think I'm physically feeling well, but I don't know if it's necessarily set in. I'm still kind of taking it all in, the fact that I had this goal for so long and now I was able to reach it. So it's kind of like, what do I work for now?
Yeah, that's the problem with every swimmer. You reach a goal and then you're like, okay, what's the next one?
Yeah.
So when did you start coming up with the idea that you wanted to swim across the strait?
You know, it happened October 2012. I just basically searched on Google. I had been looking on Google Maps, different places that I might want to study abroad, and saw that the strait didn't look too far. I know that people swim the English Channel, so Googled it and found the basically the Gibraltar Swimming Association, based here in Tarifa. Emailed Rafael, their president, and I was actually looking to do it last summer, but all those slots were full. So got the last spot available for the 2014 season. So and then secured my spot at the end of 2012 and kind of kept it in the back of my mind. I wasn't 100% sure I was going to do it, but it was definitely a goal, and it all worked out, so we're here now.
Well, I want to give some readers our viewers a background on you. You just finished your junior year at Marshall University in West Virginia.
Yes.
You grew up in Naples, California, where you swam for our good friend Paul Yetter at T2 Aquatics.
Yeah, Naples, Florida. Mm-hmm.
And here's the kicker. Your best events are sprint, freestyle, and butterfly, and here you are swimming a 6-mile swim across the Strait of Gibraltar. I mean,
yeah.
What convinced you that you wanted to do this?
I'm definitely a sprinter. Bill Trammell, my coach at Marshall, has been joking that he's going to make me into a miler now, which is not going to happen. But, I mean, with both T2 and Marshall, we train hard, and I had talked to other Americans before I attempt this swim, other people who had done it, and they said that as a Division I swimmer, I'm going to be prepared physically. It's more mentally challenging, and a lot of it kind of came down to weather. We were very fortunate with the currents and the winds on Sunday, and since then it's been pretty severe over here. The 13 days before I was allowed to swim, no one was able to. The winds were too strong. So very fortunate there, but I did a little bit of open water training in the Gulf of Mexico at home over spring break, and before that, the longest swim I did was, I think, 6 hours and about 15 miles. So that's kind of how I knew that the distance part was going to take care of itself, and we were fortunate with weather.
What was the most difficult part of the swim for you?
Woo!
Woo!
Sorry.
A lot of wind, big gust there.
I think the most difficult part was honestly leading up to the swim, just the uncertainty. I ended up swimming with a guy from Moldova. He actually lives in Ireland now, but he's been here since April 28th, and he waited for 13 days for his green light to go, and had actually gone down to the port ready to swim 3 different days, and fog came in each day, so he was never able to attempt. So we got the kind of tentative green light on Saturday night, and we're just praying for the best, and thank goodness I was able to go. But there's just a lot of uncertainty involved, and every once in a while you'll get groups of people or individuals that come to Tarifa, and we each have a week-long window, and then if the weather's not good for them, any of those days, then they go home and didn't get to attempt. So other than that, when it came down to the actual swim, being from Florida, I had a wetsuit, didn't want to use it. So it was about 60 degrees, and I wasn't really used to the water temperature, but it wasn't bad. The water felt good, and I'm glad I did it without a wetsuit.
Yeah, it's a different kind of swim when you can do it without a wetsuit. I think open water enthusiasts say that it's more of a pure open water swim when you do it without a wetsuit.
Right. And there are 2 different lists kept, one with and one without wetsuits. So I wanted to be on that, non-wetsuit list.
Yeah. So you talked about training for this. Now, obviously, during the college season, you're training for your 50 free, 100 free, 100 fly. So were you mixing in any distance training at all during the season?
At Marshall we do. We do a good amount of yardage for sprinters. And I really honestly didn't add to that. I wanted to focus on my NCAA season first, and leading up to conference, wanted to focus on, those 3 sprint events. And then after it, didn't really take time off. So then kind of picked up the yardage after our season. So if that ended end of February, I had a couple months to get some distance work in.
Okay, and you said your coach might make you a miler. What do you think? Do you think maybe, you might at least go up to the 200 free now?
I don't even want to give Bill that idea. I love my events. I love the 100 fly. I could maybe, I've never competed in the 200 fly, so, that could maybe be a possibility. I know Bill's going to watch this and, want to make me try some different longer events, but I'd really like to stick to my sprints.
Yeah, well, at least like you said, it's made you mentally tougher now.
Yes, definitely. And now, in the winter, walking to and from the pool in West Virginia, it's not going to be that big of a deal because I know that the water is not going to be 60 degrees.
Well, you had another reason for this swim, for I understand. You wanted to raise money for your local YMCA pool. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I started swimming with T2 Aquatics when it was a new team. I was a new swimmer. I didn't start swimming year-round really until my senior year of high school. So T2 was a young program, and I credit that club and those coaches with getting me to where I am today. I would not be swimming in college if it wasn't for those people, and it's just a great team atmosphere. So I wanted to help that team. I actually got hit by a car last May, so it was almost a year ago now, and broke a couple bones in my ankle. So backtracking to that, I was out for several months, and then once I got back in the pool, I trained kind of on my own, just more of like a rehab at the YMCA pool. So then go back up to school, and on Labor Day this past fall, there was a fire at our local YMCA in Naples, and lots of damage. Most of the building was burned. It was terrible, and so they're a little tight on finances there now already. So I kind of merged those two ideas with ways to help, and decided to raise money for Norris Aquatic Center, which is kind of owned by the Y, but that's also where T2 trains, and a lot of other programs there. You have several colleges that come down for their training trips, high school meets, club meets, Naples Swim School with younger kids, master's programs. So in raising money for the Norris Aquatic Center, we're looking to redo the surface of the pool, which is something that, pools need, and it costs a lot for maintenance, and that can kind of benefit each of those groups. So we've been able to raise some funds through that, and I'm excited to just be able to help out all of those different, areas.
Do you know about how much money you've raised?
I've been in Spain for a little while now, so I know it's several $1,000s, and I really can't give you a number, but it's exciting either way. And the support from the Huntington, West Virginia, and Naples, Florida communities has been really, really amazing.
Yeah,
So
I'm sure.
I'm excited to, yeah, I mean, I've been writing some thank you notes, but I'm excited to go home and figure out exactly how much we can help out the Norris Aquatic Center with.
Yeah, I'm sure any amount that you give them will be very much appreciated. Pools are not easy to run.
Right, yes. They're more expensive than people realize, I think.
Oh yeah, definitely are. Well, I'm sure you want to get out there and see some more of Spain. When do you expect to get back to the States?
I leave Spain on the 17th. The end of my window was the 16th, so I had to stay throughout that. Bought my plane ticket for that whole week, and we weren't sure what day I was going to swim. And then I'm actually going to do like a little 2-week study abroad program in Germany for my MBA program at my school. So I'll get back June 1st, but we have a few more days in Spain first.
Well, that'll be wonderful. Some time in Europe, you definitely can't beat that.
Yeah, so exciting. So we got to wake up a little early before my study abroad days to get in the pool too, but that'll take care of itself.
That'll be great. Well, before we let you go, Katie, we want to submit you to our final 5. These are 5 questions we ask all of our guests on the Morning Swim Show. No pressure,
okay.
No pressure. So the first question is, if you could change the order of strokes in the individual medley, how would you change it?
Do I still have to maintain all 4?
Yes.
You know, I'd probably keep fly first, then go straight to breaststroke, then back, and then end with free.
Okay. What's a career or job you would most like to try?
I am really interested in becoming a foreign service officer with the Department of State. It's a really selective program, but that's something that it's a neat way to serve your country while, you know, it's a unique job. So.
Yeah, definitely sounds like it. On the flip side of that, what's a career or job you know you would not like to try?
That I would not like to try. That's really a difficult one. This, you know, I can't think. I don't know, just something where I wouldn't be able to move around, something that would be like inside all the time, with maybe like a computer tech or something, where I can't communicate with people. Just, I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds about right. A lot of swimmers say that.
Yeah.
What's a rule in the swimming rule book that you would like to change or add?
Ooh, that's a difficult one. I think it'd be fun to do some different relays, maybe like, or get like some 75-yard races in there. I think that's kind of in between my 2 events, and I've always said I'd like to swim a 75 fly and a 100 or a 75 free too.
Interesting. All right. Last question for you, and I don't know. You may say Spain. Where would you like to most go for vacation?
Ooh, okay. I would really like to go to Greece. It's where my mom's family is from, and I'm close now, but won't get to go this trip, so sometime later I'd like to make it to Greece.
All right, well, I'm sure maybe you'll come back and swim the Strait again. Maybe you'll swim the English Channel and take a little detour down to Greece.
Yeah, we'll see.
I know. You're a sprinter. It's going to be hard to convince you to do that. Well, Katie, thanks so much for joining us on the show. Congratulations on the swim, the money you raised, and have fun in Spain and in Germany.
Thank you.
All right, so that's going to do it for this edition of the Morning Swim Show. The swimming world is on social media, so be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter for up-to-the-minute news. I'm Jeff Cummings. Thanks for watching.